Park Chang-ho is an unlucky and soft-hearted lawyer with a reputation for losing every case. People mock him and call him Big Mouth because he talks too much but never wins in court. His wife, Mi-ho, is a nurse, strong, smart, and supportive, but she's losing patience. After another failed case, Chang admits to Mi-ho that he lost again, and this time, she's had enough. She tells him to get a divorce, but then, something strange happens. Chang suddenly returns home with a huge amount of cash. Mi-ho is shocked and demands to know where he got it. What she doesn't know is that Mayor Choi gave him the money to take on a dangerous case involving 3 powerful men and a dead body found in a car trunk. But Chang isn't meant to be a real lawyer here, just a puppet. The real criminals plan to bribe judges and use him as a front. What they don't know is that Chang is secretly investigating the case himself. He discovers a hidden dashcam video that shows the 3 men murdering a professor who warns them with his dying breath. Your secret will be exposed. Before Chang can act, he's drugged and framed. The police raid his office and find drugs, cash, and gold bars, all planted. He's arrested and the media turns him into a national scandal, calling him Big Mouse, a criminal mastermind. Now stuck in prison, betrayed, and alone, Chang must fight to prove his innocence, protect his family, and expose the real criminals before it's too late. After being arrested, Chang-ho turns to Mayor Choi for help, but the mayor turns his back on him. Chang is thrown into prison, and the 3 criminals he was working with now want him dead. Just before they can kill him, Gong Ji-hoon, the president of a major newspaper, calls the prison warden and orders them to stop. Why? Because he believes Big Mouse stole a huge sum of money from him, and he wants it back. If Chang dies, the money disappears too. The warden halts the execution, and Chang is forced to adapt to prison life. Watching Mi-ho on TV, he sees her trying to visit him, but she's denied. Later, a prosecutor interrogates Chang, even using a lie detector to find out if he's really Big Mouse. But just as he asks the big question, the scene cuts, leaving the truth a mystery. Meanwhile, Gong Ji-hoon warns the 3 inmates not to touch Chang. The warden watches all this like a reality show, amused and curious about the chaos these powerful men are causing. Soon, the warden personally questions Chang about being Big Mouse. At first friendly, he becomes aggressive when Chang denies it. Feeling hopeless, Chang picks a fight with a violent inmate, but realizes in that moment he wants to live. He even confronts a psycho killer and somehow breaks him down emotionally, impressing the other inmates. This builds his reputation. People start to believe he really is Big Mouse. Chang then stages a fake escape attempt to provoke the guards, but the warden, watching from his cameras, refuses to let anyone shoot him. Later, during drain cleaning duty, the prisoners rebel over rotten food. Chang leads a riot, even throwing buckets of poop at the guards. He threatens the warden directly. "Keep pushing me, and I'll kill you and the 3 behind this." The warden backs off. Conditions improve. Chang is now a respected figure among inmates. Then, Mi-ho visits him after receiving divorce papers, but Chang only wants to protect her by cutting ties. Mi-ho, however, refuses to give up. She stands by him, declaring her love and support. Soon, Chang is put in solitary confinement, where his identity fully merges with the legend of Big Mouse. His internal monologue echoes Carl Jung's idea. A man eventually becomes the persona he wears long enough. Now back with the other prisoners, Chang embraces his new role. He orders Jerry, a fellow inmate, to announce that he will grant prisoners' wishes. Some requests are personal. One inmate asks him to find his missing daughter. The serial killer, surprisingly, asks for help for his sick mother. Meanwhile, Mi-ho starts working at a hospital where the mayor's wife is also being treated. She hopes to uncover more about Professor Seo, the man murdered in the dashcam footage. Rumors say he may have left behind a document that could expose powerful people. During her shift, Mi-ho saves a patient's life with CPR, but instead of praise, she's scolded. Turns out every patient on that floor has a DNR, do not resuscitate, order signed by their family. Suspicious, Mi-ho knows something's not right and quietly begins digging deeper. Back at the hospital, Mi-ho notices something strange. A hospital staff member is pressuring a woman to sign a do not resuscitate, DNR, order, just like the others. Suspicious, Mi-ho keeps investigating. Meanwhile in prison, the 3 powerful inmates pressure the warden to let them kill Chang-ho. The warden is caught in a dilemma. He can't ignore Gong Ji-hoon's orders to protect Chang, but the 3 criminals offer him a huge bribe. Soon, the VIPs organize a secret attack. The guards lock Chang and his allies in a secluded area with a group of violent prisoners. A brutal fight breaks out, just when a serial killer pretends to stab Chang. The cell leader sacrifices himself to save him. The warden is forced to intervene, fearing Ji-hoon will discover the setup. Back at the hospital, Mi-ho is accused of giving the wrong dosage to a patient. She insists she saw a 2 mg prescription, but now it shows 1 mg in the system. Fortunately, She took a screenshot as proof. Later, at a hospital meeting, Miho confronts the head nurse by mentioning Professor Seo's paper, hinting that many hospital practices violate medical policy. The room falls silent. She's clearly hit a nerve. On her way home, Miho senses someone following her. Luckily, she meets her father and makes it home safely. Just then, Mayor Choi calls her, asking for a private meeting. Inside prison, strange things start happening in Chang's favor. One of the men who tried to kill him is found dead in solitary confinement. Officially, it looks like a suicide, but one inmate keeps screaming, "Big Mouse killed him." A doctor deems the man mentally unstable, but rumors spread fast. Later in the cafeteria, another former attacker drops dead, this time from poison. Everyone starts to believe Big Mouse is killing off his enemies, one by one. Even Chang-ho begins to wonder, is the real Big Mouse actually inside this prison, watching? Ji-hoon visits Chang again, demanding to know where his missing money is. To test him, he asks for the names of drug dealers Big Mouse used to work with. Chang doesn't know, so he pretends to protect client confidentiality. Ji-hoon gives him 5 days, or he'll assume Chang is lying and have him killed. Desperate, Chang assaults a guard just to steal a phone and call the mayor for help. He begs for the names, but the mayor coldly hangs up. The prison warden reviews security footage and confirms that the second dead inmate swallowed a cyanide pill. It wasn't murder, it was suicide. Still, suspicion around Chang grows. The warden confronts him, saying, "You like being worshipped. Did you kill those men?" Chang replies, "I never had to lay a hand on them." Meanwhile, Miho is still being followed. She texts her father for help, and a new ally steps in, Sun Tae, a lawyer who once worked with Chang. Miho's friend stops a man who's pressuring a patient's relative to sign a "do not resuscitate" (DNR) order at the hospital. The man turns out to be the mayor's secretary. Later, Mayor Choi visits Miho, claiming he was worried about her after she mentioned Professor Seo's paper. He gives her a list of Big Mouse's top 5 drug clients. Miho quickly shares this list with Chang in prison. Meanwhile, prisoners start betting on the upcoming conflict between Chang, Big Mouse, and the 3 powerful VIP inmates. Chang boldly challenges the VIPs, promising to prove he's the real Big Mouse. At a secret meeting, June, a powerful media figure, reveals that the mayor's list given to the prosecutor was fake. Mayor Choi tries to warn Chang but fails as the warden intercepts the call. Chang is brought out to face the VIPs in June, where a high-stakes game begins. Both sides write the top 5 drug clients on papers to compare. Everyone expects Chang to fail, but the lists match perfectly, shocking everyone and proving Chang's claim. Despite this, June remains skeptical, hoping a fund manager named Peter Hong can confirm Chang's identity. Unfortunately, Hong dies suddenly before testifying. June and the mayor have a tense rivalry linked to a mysterious figure called the Elder who controls the city. June invites Miho to dinner, warning her that as Big Mouse's wife, she's dangerous. He tries to buy Professor Seo's paper, but she refuses. Back in prison, Chang intimidates Dr. Han, one of the VIPs, into cooperating by nearly killing him, urging him to tell the truth in court despite lack of evidence. Meanwhile, Miho investigates suspicious activities at the hospital, following the head nurse to a secret storage area. The nurse warns staff never to enter a hidden compartment, hinting at a conspiracy. Finally, Mayor Choi tells Miho the client list she gave Chang was fake. Chang has been playing everyone and really is Big Mouse. Chang meets privately with Dr. Han's wife, Jang. She wants to know if Chang is really Big Mouse. Chang takes her to a quiet spot away from the warden's ears and reveals the truth. The day before facing June and the VIPs, Chang is drugged and finds a tarot card with 5 names on him. Unsure if he should trust these names or the mayor's list, Chang notices Choi's nervousness during a visit and decides to use the tarot card names instead. Since then, the real Big Mouse communicates with Chang using tarot cards. Upright cards signal Big Mouse will act. Upside-down cards mean Chang must act himself. At the prison, Dr. Han tries to force intimacy on Jang, who refuses because of surveillance cameras. He becomes violent, and Miho later sees Jang's bruises, offering help. One night, Miho receives a call from a woman who once saw Professor Seo. She says Seo hid a secret document inside a cross-shaped piece of jewelry. Before the woman can share more, an assassin pushes her to her death. Miho confronts the hospital director, who hands her a cross necklace for inspection. Finding nothing hidden, Miho later sees Jang wearing a similar necklace. The real secret may be there. A flashback shows Jang met Professor Seo while fleeing abuse from Han. Seo helped her, and their bond grew. Seo gave her the necklace as a gift, As the VIPs prepare for trial, the warden ensures Dr. Han won't testify by having his gang detain Han. Chang laughs. It's his plan. He knows Han won't reveal the truth outside prison anyway. Chang's followers stage a fight, breaking a church's Holy Mary statue. Chang replaces it with a new statue secretly fitted with a camera to catch whoever delivers the tarot cards. Meanwhile, at the hospital, a cancer patient dies under suspicious circumstances. Miho learns patients are forced to sign contracts requiring cremation, possibly to hide evidence. She sneaks into the morgue at night to collect blood samples. When leaving, guards search Miho, but she's clean. Alone again, she retrieves blood samples from a hidden spot. Suddenly, an assassin attacks her in the elevator but flees when Mayor Choi arrives. Back in prison, Chang reviews footage from the church's hidden camera. He notices missing 30 minutes. Someone edited the video, probably the real Big Mouse. This proves Jerry, Chang's friend, is not Big Mouse but an accidental visitor. June approaches Jerry, promising freedom if he poisons Chang. Jerry betrays Chang by poisoning his tea, but quickly regrets it and warns Miho about Chang's food poisoning. Miho and her father arrive just in time to save Chang, and they thank Jerry with money for his help. While Chang sleeps in the hospital, a corrupt guard uses Chang's blood to forge a signature, then meets June in secret. Miho spends some time with Chang, but guards limit her visit. Soon, Chang is taken away, not back to prison but to a mental asylum. He struggles and fights guards trying to escape but is subdued and restrained in a white room where nurses keep him awake. June explains they will give Chang truth serum to force a confession. Under the serum, Chang hallucinates mice and denies being Big Mouse. When asked where the stolen money is, he lies but dreams of a mountain trip with Miho and gives the mountain's name, buying himself time. June and his men dig there but find only a small amount of gold, not the full stash. A fire breaks out at the asylum, allowing Chang to break free. He fights a strong nurse, but a firefighter, Jerry in disguise, helps him escape. Jerry drives Chang away but is soon caught and injured by police. Meanwhile, Miho and her allies leak information online and hold protests, insisting Chang was kidnapped, not escaped. She confronts the prosecutor, who demands her phone to ensure she's not hiding Chang. Chang calls Miho from hiding, promising to expose everyone, including Big Mouse. At the trial, Chang live streams predictions, revealing it's a staged event to free the 3 guilty men by twisting evidence. June learns of this and calls a recess to regroup. He later coerces Jang, Dr. Han's wife, to sign divorce papers to get a USB with Professor Seo's paper, which turns out irrelevant. June realizes he's been recorded and destroys the camera but is stopped by the mayor, who helps Jang escape. Chang arrives outside the courthouse, promising to reveal the truth but is arrested again. Jerry wakes up in a hospital, given a secret message from an unknown man. Back in prison, the mayor's secret vault of gold and documents is revealed. The elder reprimands the 3 guilty men. Chang secretly delivers Professor Seo's paper to the elder, claiming nothing can threaten him now. Outside, the 3 men confront the mayor, but he's already outmaneuvered them with evidence and police action exposing their crimes, including the destroyed dashcam video. In prison, Chang leaves a message for Big Mouse demanding a meeting. Big Mouse shows up. Surprisingly, it's Warden Park claiming to be Big Mouse, which Chang finds hard to believe. The warden claims responsibility for killing the men. Chang records a conversation where the warden confesses to attacking him weeks earlier. Chang believes the warden is just a pawn used by Big Mouse, not Big Mouse himself. Meanwhile, some prisoners develop strange symptoms and crave vitamins distributed by Gunnan Hospital. Miho is fired from Gunnan Hospital but gets a job in the prison, hoping to uncover dark secrets behind the hospital. Miho saves a prisoner's life, which earns her the job. Tests on the prisoner's blood show nothing unusual, but Miho remains suspicious and secretly collects blood samples to analyze further. Chang gives the recorded confession to the mayor and prosecutor, leading to the warden's arrest. Later, Dr. Han is poisoned with spiked coffee and is involved in an accident. Chang suspects the mayor is the real Big Mouse after noticing tampered blood test results. He recalls the mayor's presence when Miho was attacked in the hospital elevator, suggesting the mayor may have tampered with the blood samples. A new warden, Ginsu Chul, arrives at the prison. He announces plans to install complaint boxes and search all inmates for weapons, but secretly searches for inmates with tattoos linked to the tarot cards Big Mouse uses to communicate. They find several prisoners with the tarot card tattoo, including Park. The warden declares that Big Mouse has built an organization inside the prison and urges inmates to find Big Mouse, promising rewards. He claims Chang is not Big Mouse and accuses him of deception. Prisoners violently attack Park to force him to reveal Big Mouse's identity, but Chang stops them. Chang confronts the warden, who insists he's in charge. Chang calls the mayor for help, but the mayor refuses to intervene. Dr. Han finds his ex-wife Jang, but their meeting ends in a fight where Jang is killed. The mayor rushes to cover up the death and steals her phone, discovering her contact with Miho, the mayor orders the warden to kill Chang and Miho that night. Chang warns Park that if Big Mouse doesn't show up, he will stop helping the organization. That night, during a power outage, Big Mouse appears. It's the room leader. He explains he chose Chang because he thought Chang needed saving and reveals June and the Elder are behind his daughter's death. Big Mouse threatens Chang to stay involved or be killed. The scene shifts to the warden's office, where he prepares to kill Miho. His trusted guard attacks her, but the psycho killer inmate saves Miho. Gensu Chul then arrives to finish the job, but Chang intervenes. Chang handcuffs Big Mouse and plans to turn him over to authorities. A flashback reveals Chang's secret deal with Big Mouse. Chang will become Big Mouse's lawyer after his release, defending him and posting bail, while Big Mouse pays the bail amount. Chang hands over Big Mouse as the mayor and Giant watch. He tells Giant he can now recover his lost money. Chang is released and becomes Big Mouse's lawyer. Reporters are intrigued, but Chang promises to act ethically. Giant meets the Elder, who plans to transfer all his shares in Giant's company to him, making Giant the sole owner. But the Elder's plans are interrupted when he turns on the TV to show Chang's press conference, where Chang vows to fight corruption. The Elder is furious and withdraws his donation, telling Giant he hasn't finished his job. Giant assures he'll deal with Chang, but the Elder warns him not to underestimate Chang. Big Mouse posts bail and returns to his old restaurant, where he shares memories with Chang and invites him to meet the top organization members the next night. Soon after, the building explodes. Chang visits the site and is attacked by an assassin but is saved by Jerry and his friend. Jerry then takes Chang to a secret meeting of the organization where they watch a video left by Big Mouse, declaring himself dead and naming Chang as his successor. Park opposes but cannot stop this. Chang says he will be Big Mouse only until his mission is done. Tai reveals he has been part of the organization all along. Park causes trouble for Chang. Chang traps him in a car and threatens him to accept the leadership or leave. Meanwhile, the mayor is attacked in his gym but defends himself and survives. Yoon discovers a secret lab inside Gunnan Hospital. She destroys it for safety, then visits the Elder, asking for funds to build a safer lab with trusted people. The Elder gives her shares from Giant's company, much to Giant's anger. The mayor talks to reporters about the recent attack, asking for patience until investigations conclude. Later, Chang calls Giant to meet, persuading him to introduce him to the Elder by promising to help defeat their common rival, Choi. Chang announces his mayoral candidacy at a press conference. Giant allies with Chang and introduces him to the Elder. Chang claims to be Big Mouse's successor, explaining the organization forced him into the role. He offers the Elder a list of the top 10 members of Big Mouse's organization and seeks his support for the mayoral race to help defeat the criminal group. The Elder is hesitant but invites Chang to his birthday party to think it over. Outside, Choi warns Chang that the battle ahead is unwinnable. Meanwhile, Miho and her father make an important discovery. An old man found in a nursing home turns out to be the Elder's former business partner. The Elder prioritized money over ethics and caused an accident to harm him. The mayor, Choi, is actually the grandson of this man and had switched identities to secretly seek revenge on the Elder. Choi convinces Park to work with him to eliminate Chang. Park kidnaps and kills Chang while he's on a video call with Choi. However, Chang is actually alive and has proof of Choi's actions, which he shows the Elder. The Elder teams up with Chang against Choi. Choi kills the Elder and steals his will to alter it. At the Elder's funeral, tensions flare and fights break out. The will reveals that the Elder left half his companies to Hun and half to Choi, surprising everyone. Choi pretends to be doubtful about inheriting the companies but starts campaigning for mayor, gaining widespread support through media appearances. Meanwhile, Mio discovers she has cancer, likely from toxic water contamination linked to NK chemicals, a company connected to the Elder's corrupt dealings. Mio exposes the toxic water scandal on live TV, causing public outrage and protests. The prosecutor interrogates Choi, and Chang warns Hun to stop her corrupt actions or face consequences. Despite the scandal, Choi wins the mayoral election. Hun sends Miho and Chang a burner phone used by Choi for secret communications, but Choi's accomplices manipulate the evidence, and he is released without punishment. Mio dies from cancer, and Chang confronts Choi at the gym he now owns. Chang reveals he filled the swimming pool with the toxic water, causing Choi to die in front of him. Exact justice for all his crimes. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell so you never miss out on deep dives like this. See you in the next one, and remember, in a world full of secrets, trust no one, not even yourself.